Good evening, Michael. How are you feeling? I see some of you leaving, but it's okay. I kind of like staying late because you get the listeners. People actually want to hear the words. I've got a few poems I want to share with you. Poems that I got a chance to share with you this year, and it's a blessing to actually be the last act at my club. So I'll hurry up before the mass exodus starts. Mr. PC. Mr. PC. Excuse me, Mr. Politically Correct. Do not use your PC initial to try and police the lyrics I release on the set. Do not be offended if I use the J word. I have been known to use it, as have my people, treated like slave herds. See, they overcame by the blood of the J word and the word of their testimony. See, the J word is not blonde-haired or blue-eyed. It's neither black nor proud. Rather, it is these two neighbors loving one another as they love themselves, loving God more than they love the power to get wealth and everything they can be consumed from a shelf, except the world's consistent bestseller and source of every help gathering dust. Instead of flux and nothing else. It is written the J word fell face first with a tree on his back, carried for mankind who repays the favor by saying, shh. Such a kind of man is a labor of the imagination. Once my words were dying man / dying hope / dying globe saying, nah, I don't need no savior. See, no one has created a robotic tool. The J word is optional. So you can tick a box for whoever you like. Therefore choose ye, life is not just a top tick or two. See, the J word is a late burst from the lane 8 hurdler, written off by commentators when designer drugged favorites were preferred because they rose from the block's quickest out of the slums, determined to make a hip-hop village that made hip-hop millions and run it as the top sprinters. See, no one told them that the first shall be last and vice versa was not a slogan or a gimmick by reason of a fear that says, about that J word, you think you could leave it out of your lyrics? We're trying to sell records, man. Don't get religious. So although you might be a nice hurdler, the sprint is actually a marathon. Not even God will hand you first prize just because the color black is on your skin, because that beautiful color is also on the flat and sharp keys of the organ. But if you only play with those ones, then how will you compose song? Moreover, how will you achieve more than the flat sharpness of an untrained swordsman? The J word is strong language, too strong for me to drop potential change in the swear box, too strong to be co-opted so that I too can share crop to get a 15% share of what was already mine. The J word went to the top of olive mountains and spat more than an okay verse. The J word is the best open mic act to never get paid first and always be paid last without endangering his ego, because it did not exist. The J word was not and is not used by optimists. It is not to be pimped by the sow a seed and get rich quick prosperous doctors which ought to know better. The J word is not an excuse for the saved to say so and yet stay averse to deeds that prove their faith works. The J word had no place to lay his head but was not in it to hit pay dirt. So if the new dawn of a day bursts and Mr. PC pulls me over, kicking demons to the J curb on J and Third Day Risen Again Boulevard for jaywalking and J word talking without due care and attention, I will tell him that to J is the J, that I have the right to remain silent, but the justice left on my left is what reflects from his image and likeness in his righteous right hand. So go ahead and hold me up, for he upholds me. You can try gagging orders and handcuffs, but his custody consoles me. He gave his only J-word son to set us both free. And if I only get one phone call, I will dial 1-800 J-word toll free. So I have seen the matchless size of the bail that only Jesus, the J-word, can post me. Peace and good night. My website is